Charlottesville, they think I'm their mother. In America, wherever I go, they say, you are our mother. And I feel that way. I have very rich heart now. I'm very, very big fan.
We have been overwhelmed with the generosity of this nation. City of Charlottesville honored us by a proclamation, the council and the mayor. And then he wrote a couple of weekends ago in Richmond Gazette an article about why cons have touched America's heart, sense of decency. Because in the foundation of this nation lies generosity and decency. We somehow, I don't know what it was, that touched that part of the United States and this nation. And outpouring of love, support, kindness, thoughtfulness, everywhere. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing. We were not expecting that. And we still would love our privacy so we can go to a coffee shop and get a cup of coffee, but no, it doesn't happen that way anymore. Every corner people want to take a picture, give her a hug, tell her what she means to them and all. It's been amazing, amazing, amazing.
As promised, ABC has a question as well. Sorry, is ABC here?
Yeah. Just either one you can answer. Just how, I'm sure your lives will not be, again, the same way. How has this changed you personally? How has this experience changed you personally as a person?
You want to?
Actually, I have, because I believe in God, I'm a believer. I had this thing in my heart that God has created us. He has given us two powers. One is His rahmat or His love, and one is the hate. And then He gave us the power that whatever we select, we follow. And I'm so happy, so glad that the world is still following the love. There are very few people, but most of them full of love. That's why I think the world is moving, because there is love around everyone, and we are in that sea of love. And I'm very happy that my son, Humayun, gave his life in love because he wanted to save the people that he loved, that he cared. That's why everybody cared for us. This is from God, His giving, and I'm thankful for that.
We are humbled, in addition to what Ghazala said so truly, we are humbled that somehow we have been able to start a conversation in this country. And that conversation is, and this is our post-election mantra, is that civility in American political discourse. It is so much needed. Every patriot citizen today realizes that there has to be some civility in the political discourse. The reason is that these institutions of democracy need to have some dignity, some respect. The media is fourth pillar of democracy. Media has to have some credibility, some respect extended, regardless of where on the issue you stand, whether you agree or disagree, but the basic human dignity cannot be challenged and questioned. Election process itself cannot be questioned and challenged. Of course we can make everything better. There is so much room to make things better, but we cannot question their existence, meaning by saying that inherently these things are corrupt, these are dishonorable people. Inherently, by simply saying this, world laughs at us. They think that we are not the leader we are. Therefore, this is how we have changed. We take solace in this, that somehow we have started a conversation for the better of our country, for the better of our nation.
Yeah, today, obviously, we want to echo the statements of our president, obviously, that Auntie Ghazala Khan's silence at the DNC actually gave a voice to so many Muslim women all across the country. But as you see today, the eloquent wife of an eloquent lawyer is also, minus teleprompters and whatnot, very eloquent. So We'll open it up for 2 more questions before we.
One second.
Okay.
I still carry the Constitution.
There you go.
And it's all torn and worn, and I write, whenever I see a quote, I write. I wrote this quote to read it today, which I did, and that is from Thomas Jefferson, our first Secretary of State and our 3rd President, and he writes, "Building a just and solid government at home would be the way the United States would serve an example to the rest of the world." And it is that makes us strong, that makes, henceforth, this election will pass, November will pass, regardless of who wins or who loses. Our role in the world as a leader, this country's role, this nation's role, will remain. Our forefather had predicted it, that we will be leaders of the world, based on the principle that this country is created, this nation was built, and is built. So we will continue.
2 more questions, I promise.
Do you keep that with you? Do you carry that on a daily basis?
Whenever I wear formally, normally if I'm at home and all that, of course I don't keep it always, but generally I do. The reason is that I am addressing another session this afternoon, and there is something that I want to read it to our audience today. And I've read it many a times, and I mark it and all that, but there is some reason that, so yes, I do carry it for conversation purpose. At home, we have a stack of constitutions, and we give to our guests, and it makes a wonderful conversation, especially when foreign guests come. We start the conversation, and it leads us and them into a thinking mode. What could they do at their end outside the United States to leave the impact and make things better? So this is source of conversation, instead of telling them do like this, we simply give them a copy of it, let them read. Smart people, they figure it out what we are saying.
You can even autograph some if you want.
What's it
Final
like-
question.
What's it like to be a household name?
Like every person among you, we rather have our privacy so we can go and we can enjoy the life as it had been, but it was for worth cause. Regardless of whatever cost, as I had mentioned in my previous conversation, that Ghazala and I said, our son had passed away in 2004, so we had quietly waited for 12 years. Why we spoke now in this? The reason is that whenever we would go to our friends' homes, little children, little kids, grown-ups would come to us knowing that I'm a lawyer. They would say, can you please tell us, are we going to be thrown out of this country? I cannot sleep, I cannot eat, I cannot do my homework. And we will hug them and we will tell them that, no, don't worry, this is all political hoopla, don't worry. But children of 10 years old, how could you console them? So it was that made us become so public, open our grief into public, and if we have to do it a million times, we will do it all over again because it was for worthy cause. It remains for worthy cause. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to invite everyone also to attend the 8 p.m. session, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. We have our Saturday night special. And so the council will be speaking there, as well as the Secretary of Homeland Security, Jay Johnson, will be speaking as well.
And thank you for
Thank
taking
you to all
the
media.
time to talk to us. Literally, it really means a lot to me to see all friends. And as I mentioned, and I genuinely believe that the media is the fourth pillar of the democracy. We will continue that conversation some other time. But thank
And
you.
I'll be pulling in our Secretary General, so if you have any questions about the convention, they'll be able to